So very good morning. Welcome to this course on HR Analytics. So where we're going to see a topic from Unit 3, which is named as Organization-Wide Alignment Audits. And here we are going to see a very relevant and a very important topic, which is also very currently in trending topic, which is called Predictive HR Analytics. So let us go into this topic and look at it and discuss in much more detail. This is actually what is actually predictive HR analytics, and we are actually going to leverage predictive HR analytics for workforce management. So, workforce, when I mean workforce, is actually the employees working inside an organization. And here, predictive HR analytics, this is actually an introductory slide. Predictive HR analytics, the mainly it uses advanced data analysis techniques. There's a lot of data analysis techniques. You use the advanced ones. And the main focus here is, since it is a predictive one, they want to forecast the various trends in HR workforce management. And this predictive HR analytics is also incorporating the various stages of design thinking, so that what happens, the organizations actually can, it helps organizations refine the HR process, which ultimately lead to more enhanced employee engagement, improvement in the retention rates of the organization, and also an increase in the overall productivity of the organizations. So this particular of the predictive HR analytics today is a very statistical approach, which is not, it's where its benefit is not only limited to the workforce, but also it actually plays a very vital role in contributing to the organization long-term success. And we're going to apply also parallelly the design thinking along in the concept of in the space of predictive analytics. Now, when I do the empathy with respect to this particular predictive analytics in the workplace, these are the three things which come out. First, we need to understand the employee needs. Now, how do we do this? Is we're going to conduct surveys, and we are also going to do interviews with employees so that we can really have a grasp for the sentiments of the employees. What do they feel about the organization? So, what are the pain points? What are the challenges they face? So, all of these sort of things come out in this surveys and interviews. And second thing is, there's also, when we do an active listening, when we regularly listen to the employees and we actually engage with them, we actually, they come out with a lot of pain points, and we come to understand the pain points and also the aspirations of the employees. And once this is done, we need to create the profile of the persons where we have already collected the database. This is a very important part of the, because since we are getting into analytics, this personal creation is very important. And once this is done, once empathy is done, the pain points have come out, we need to define the problem statements in a very clear and structured manner using predictive analytics. So we need to identify the first as the key challenges, the key HR challenges. For example, what are the reasons for high turnover rate? What are the reasons where the engagement is low? Why the employee satisfaction is very less? Now, second is also assess with respect to the metrics, whether the metrics are actually very relevant or they are outdated metrics, because an outdated metrics, end of the day, will give you a very wrong picture. And third is also defining, setting the goals. We need to have a very clear measurable objectives, such as improving the retention rate by 15% is an example. The third stage is, once we, in this presentation, is we need to go to the ideation process with respect to predictive analytics. So what happens, once we define a problem statement, we need to brainstorm and we need to arrive at various solutions. So once we brainstorm, we're going to involve a lot of cross-functional teams in the organization. As you know, cross-functional teams come across different departments, and where we generate innovative solutions based on the needs which have been identified for the employees and also the challenges. And once we've done that, then we develop a very clearly action-driven plans where, based on the insights from the data, then we are going to focus areas like key HR areas like recruitment, performance management, and employee development, and we're going to develop these action developments. And also the part here is in the ideation process, where you're going to have a diverse input, where different departments, we are going to gather the data from different departments, so that what happens, the entire ideation process is actually very robust and it is very enriching, and we get a very potential solutions here. And once the solutions have been developed, we need to develop a prototype of the solutions. And creating an effective prototype is very important actually to take the next stage forward. And this is done by developing the HR dashboards, where the various needs of the stakeholders are actually met. Then the HR dashboards, we have visualizations and we have piloting solutions, and this is done on a very continuous iteration basis. And the next thing is that is three has been described here, the developing the HR dashboards, where we need where we create a prototype using these dashboards, and then which visualize the predictive analytics results. And then next is the pilot programs, and we're going to implement the various pilot projects to test the real solutions, to test the solutions in real time scenarios. And then the next part here is iteration. The prototype has to be continuously refined based on the feedback loop which is coming in, and incorporating incorporating all the stakeholders' feedback also. And once we develop a prototype, we need to go to the testing of the predictive HR solutions we have developed. And once the testing is done, we're going to evaluate the effectiveness of the predictive HR solutions, and we're going to monitor the key performance indicators like turnover rates, employee satisfaction scores. And as I told earlier, feedback loops are a very, very important part of the testing process. Then the feedback has to be continuous so that the analytics is very effective. And also the adjustment based on the data is also required based on the testing process, based on the feedback we get, we have to make adjustments based on the data. And we have wonderful case studies here. We have 3 case studies which give an in-depth understanding about the particular the topic in data predictive analytics. And also we have references for additional reading. There are multiple references, and these are all will ensure the topic gets strengthened. And this is a mind map of the entire whatever we have discussed in detail. So to conclude, the predictive HR analytics has to get integrated in the HR strategy. And it has actually is the long-term, it helps in the long-term mission of an organization, for example, to change the workforce as per the change of the workforce dynamics. And it also helps to define very clear success metrics rather than the outdated ones, so that the organization performance and employee engagement increases over time. So thank you very much for this wonderful session, and I look forward to you in the next session.